Vanessa Fabbre, and I'm here at the Be All Conference in Chicago. This is Midwest's largest transgender conference. We're in our 28th year, and this is the 10th year in Chicago. And we have an opportunity to talk to some of our conference attendees today. And I'm here with Lesle, one of our attendees, so we'll get to hear about her experience a little bit. Hi, Lesle.
Hi.
So is this one of your first times? Is this your first time here? Or?
This is my second. Last year was my first, and I've enjoyed both. It's a wonderful, wonderful hotel, and I got to meet many people that I've talked to on the internet over the years, and to finally meet them in person is it's a really wonderful thing.
So would you say that's what brought you here, the chance to meet people in person?
Yes, for this, yes. But they do have a lot of seminars that I like to attend, you know, to get information.
So what to you are some of the most important types of information that you're here for?
Well, I mean, you have your different surgeries, not that I really need them, but you get information on the hormones and many, many different things. And then you have the vendors.
So Lesle, tell me what makes Be All special to you.
As I said, you know, meeting friends, and old friends and new friends, and the hotel is absolutely wonderful, and the town up here, the area, very nice. So. Did
you travel a long way to attend the conference?
Yes, actually I drove from Georgia. I think it was 800 miles or something. So.
Well, we hope it's worthwhile.
Oh, it was. It was well worthwhile. So.
We also wanted to know if you could share kind of a personal moment of joy, as you know, feeling your true self.
There's many, many times that I feel so happy that I'm me. You know, especially when I meet some people and meet them, and they give me compliments on how I look and everything. So, you know, it's a good thing, you know, so it makes me happy. So.
Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
And now we're here with Bobi Jane, one of our conference attendees. So Bobi Jane, is this your first time at Be All, or have you been here before?
No, this is actually my third time now coming to Be All. It's kind of like a homecoming always for me to come back here, so I really enjoy coming back.
What would you say you look forward to the most when you're getting ready before the conference? What do you look forward to?
Oh, in the evenings, I love going out to the parties and dancing and just having fun with the people that I meet, and I like getting dressed up pretty, and I never get to do that too much at home. I'm in jeans and a shirt usually at home, so here I get to really get dressed up a little bit and show my self-off look.
Yeah, so it seems like it's a little bit of a vacation for you.
Yeah, very much a vacation, especially this one is, anyways, for me, because I'm going to be going to Bangkok in about 10 days from now, so I'm trying to relax a little before I go.
So what would you say makes Be All so special?
I get to meet some of the people that I've talked to online. They actually search me out sometimes, and they just come up by me and say, wow, you're even prettier than you looked in your pictures. And they use me as kind of a role model as to how they can maybe go through their transition now as well. And it's just fun meeting people that I haven't ever met, that I've just chatted with, and I actually get to talk face-to-face to them, maybe have a cup of coffee or whatever.
That sounds great. If you could share with us, describe maybe a particular moment or one of your new friendships that has brought you a lot of joy, especially in that you're being able to express your true self here.
Oh, geez. Well, like I kind of said, I have met some people. I even had an occasion just this morning. Two people came up to me. I was talking to some other friends, and they said, I always wanted to meet you face up. And they tapped me on the shoulder and, oh, wow, here you are. And I said, wow, thank you for coming to look for me. And I just really open up and bubble over when they come over by me like that, and I actually get to hug them and say hi again, and I mean, I never saw you before.
It sounds to me like there's like some mentorship and guidance from people who are still learning a few things.
Oh yeah. I went through the same process when I first began my transition. I had people that I looked up to, and I got information from them, and now it's like I'm giving it back. So I get to do what was done for me.
That's wonderful. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Sure.
So Bobi Jane, what would you say are some of the most important pieces of information you can learn here? Maybe some of your favorite seminars that you're really looking forward to?
I really like going to the seminars about the doctors and things like that. That's where I began learning as to who I was going to use for a doctor and what I can expect from the doctors when I was going through my transition. I had some facial work, breast augmentation work. I'm going to be going for GRS surgery, which is genital reassignment surgery, as some people call it, or gender reassignment surgery. And I was investigating with doctors about that and trying to pick one out. Also learning about hormones, hair transplant type of surgeries. Coming out to your family was a big one for me at first, because that was scary.
Was that something in like your first year that you?
Yeah, that was one of my first years. I went to a seminar about coming out to friends and family, and I kind of learned that I had to put something together that I could actually talk with them personally, and I could kind of work through that at home a little bit, and before I actually went to see them then, and I could actually look at some of the correspondence that the seminar gave me.
That's wonderful. Thanks very much for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Fabbre, and I'm here with Erica and Ellen Marizio, two conference attendees who are here as a couple this year. So thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Is this your first time at Be All, or have you been here before?
No, this is actually our third attendance at Be All. This is actually our first year at presenting a seminar, though.
So what was your presentation on? We're really looking forward to hearing about it.
Acceptance. Because of the, I've accepted her, and our marriage is stronger for it.
So if you could share with us a little bit about your journey together, we would love to just hear a little bit about your history and where you were and where you've come to now.
Well, I'm a relatively newcomer to the community here in Chicago. I just basically came out about 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, late bloomer. But this is something I've always had within me, and she was the very first person I shared this with. Being my closest personal friend as well as my spouse, I felt this is where I start, and this is why I had to share what I always called my life's little secret with. And thank goodness, I kind of judged her right, knowing, how we've known each other for 38 years, and we've been married for 34 years. And you kind of get to know a person over that kind of period of time. So I was really hoping she was going to accept me, and thank God she did. And it's been a wonderful relationship. It's actually probably strengthened our marriage in a lot of ways. It's more of an equal partnership now.
So what was that like in the beginning for you? Because maybe a lot of our viewers are going through a similar experience, and they might be in a place where you were at that time. If you could share a little bit about what that was like for you and what helped you to move forward together.
Well, at first it was very, I felt compassion. I felt, God, this has been really hard for her to be the person she is and to hide that many years. And then I felt peace, because my faith is important to me, and God gave me peace. And then the fear set in. Isolation, and it's incredible, but if you have no one to talk to except for her, you need someone to talk to. And I was online looking, and there's no support out there for spouses.
Very little support for significant others out there. And that's one of the reasons that we decided to try to put together a seminar, because we've been told by a lot of people that, wow, you guys are really a special couple. You've managed to make this happen for yourselves and not only strengthen your relationship. And maybe it would be nice if you could share some of those things that worked for you, and it might help other couples. So that's one of the reasons we did our presentation.
fear will stop you dead in your tracks. I mean, if once you can get past the fear, and it's easier. I mean, if she can do it, I can do it. I'm a genetic girl. I can do what she can do. I mean, and I love her. I didn't miss the man. I love the person. I found out I love the person, not necessarily the man.
Did you feel like a lot of the audience at your presentation identified with that, discussing the fear?
Oh, absolutely, and the isolation, absolutely. And if they had more support out there for us, I think some of the spouses and partners would be able to get past some of this. Because I've had a lot of people in the last 2 years come up to me and said, "You really helped me." And that's what it's all about. We want to go out and help people to get past this, because we've seen what it's done for our relationship. I mean, it's strengthened it so much.
So Erica, could you tell us, I'm sure a lot of our viewers would identify with you, when do you first remember gender being something that was feeling different for you?
Actually, like a lot of other folks like myself, I knew from a very early age, probably like 3 or 4 years old, but you don't know what it really is. I mean, you know that you're not like the other little boys in the neighborhood. And based upon my age, I mean, this was something that was just, a terrible taboo back in the 1950s, in the early 1960s. And you can't really pinpoint what it is, but you grow up being very ashamed of these feelings. I mean, why am I different? I mean, this is something that you decide, well, this is something I'm never going to share with anyone. And that wasn't until I was probably 8, 10 years old. My parents used to subscribe to Life magazine, and I'd read it religiously every week. And one week it came, and the feature article in there was about Christine Jorgensen. And I read the article, and after I finished the article, I thought, oh my God, there are other people out there like me. I'm not alone in this world. I don't have these feelings all by myself. And it was really an eye-opener to know exactly that there were other people out there like me, and I wasn't this isolated case off by myself. And it really helped me get a little bit over these feelings of embarrassment and shame. And as time went on, then as more information became available, I started to do more and more research in the subject until I finally found out that, that explains why I always felt more comfortable in a role as a female than I did as a male.
So what advice would you give to someone who's in a relationship, perhaps married as you are, for kind of taking some next steps like you have?
First of all, be certain. This is a life-changing event. And I kind of relate it to toothpaste. Once it's out of the tube, you can't put it back, These are things that don't go away. You just can't sweep them back under the carpet. So be certain that this is something that you really want to share and something you want to do. Second of all, exercise complete honesty. If you're going to reveal the secret, there are no more secrets at this point in time. Everything has to come out. Everything has to be above board. And hopefully if you know your partner and you've had a good relationship with your partner over the years, hopefully she's going to feel some compassion for you and understand exactly what you've been going through. Maybe not exactly, but at least have a grasp of the kind of suffering that causes in transgender people. But be honest and be sure. And pick the right place. Don't do it in the middle of a restaurant. You don't know what kind of reaction you're going to get. You don't want the public embarrassment to go with it,
So this is your first year doing a presentation on this topic. How do you think that will have changed you after the conference this year, as opposed to the other years that you attended?
Changes, well, not so much us, but we wanted to share with other people some of these things that kept us together, and hopefully if we can affect just one other couple's relationship, it'll be worth the time and effort and the work that went into putting together the presentation.
Right.
Yeah, well, I agree. Well, thank you for your time and your energy and for being a mentor for other couples.
Thank you for sharing.